hina uhu Ghana dache if Senyoman Sesa.
There is no future for Ghana, for your information. There is nobody who is prepared to change the status quo. We have two parties, and the two parties, NPP and DC, they've made it very impossible for them, impossible for anybody to have a
Abushia mama wakaba abu Odi Asempa TV. Eya mosonfo Odi Asempa nie. Ene ye bedin komo bi na komo na ye bedin in fact. Uyo obi a oyo oman bapa na se wodwen ekọ akire a o se wuma weyem ehyew. Nyu sa message we no kra nyame anim ye mu hye me. Ameka se ye ntintim ye ya wa hu. Abedin se ye Ghana ha ye betumi amansesa aba. Enye sa de a ene agi se yanom de ni bi yanom de nso a yanom fo ya so ne nkofo ya ye kro ma asami omo a na oman sika na omudi enti no ebe den se yamo de nso no kra ye betumi aye bi yanom de american e bia obeti mase na Ghana de mi gidi se nkofo bebre ha me ye mu anka the same thing ene be happen. Hwe Burkina soja ni betu aban a otesu gu ye no nipa bi ahwere ne nkon omo de nyansa eto ho kruma fon so boje ne so ampan so o kire se yes jena mo je me so no mo anje me so kwa niema wo je no enwanwa me se ebe kaka e be free Ghana ha se ye ko Burkina mom ene yakoye adwuma si yantintima amfanse samma ni ebeba no unim nie nti a Hon Kennedy Japan nana kwa me Bediako alanchramante ono ansa kasa ka ho bi yese utu adubone a ebeka wa no ana sana policies o ma hyehye a enu nti obi antumi form political party apart from MPP ni NDC no already no ma form awie no ena sankofo bi o honom na so omo ba enye se omo ba mpo no omo yi na omo ba movement ebia umbisa ho ni enti a obi aba enye political party na ye movement because gumba eye gum movement se Ghana movement bibi move ni ebe ya no movement si anana kwa Bediako dey say a new force movement a agenda o ma hyehye ntia na sa agenda no se ebetumi asesa am na ye no ejina me ene wo so momye kenya ye muti se ne da bia meka no na sisi a no obi a utum so outro sheet na ahode ode ba no ode na dreams na plans okuta na no ode no eye cheda na kwa Bediako momye nsole ni ejina ni entire na chi Faluk our hub eyo obi a eba ne se amanyo nsem a wakwada no wo mu na nye Ghana ha kwa amanyo nsem o ono so onya amanyo nsem na mom okuta honimdie any other countries edie enyina a obaba nsem ema wote ase na wachire ne mamu na metena tie ye na me yemu hyemem so message we o se me share na ye nyina yetie na afi ne hu anamo a ebetumi atu e de afa ho efi omo mote soro no ye kokromoti ene e de efa omo ekosi soro wonom nti sara na wose ye nso no yetumi e bringe sa engofo no e down ni make changes mesro na de di kan wa shi Odi Asempa TV a mesro so be subscribe to channel no no a share no a like no invite afoforo amoma beka busuakuo no ho se ne be ya abusuakuo no be ye kese efe ebia wo ye be ma o mema asem ekofo mo a wo dia be nso be fa number na egu ase ho no no eye me ankasa me number Odi Asempa Spiritual and Herbal Center number ni 0543304976 na frame ebia yare bi na air house say ye stroke diabetes hepatitis B anase sunsum ha bi na air hawa ni obe nso be fa me number me da bia me ka sha o me medwa manum enka nsem akese nti se wu hu se me yesunsum adwuma me converse o nemom epempem wokọ na yanom daadaa wa unuma ukọ me platform so ukọ echeche ana me nukọ kuma no mu interview ni ade a ubehu na metumi ya no ho no but ni na so kwa me kira so we no enye tumi azan ye de tumi na nkasa adwuma yenkọ ni yenkọ tue our hub asem a odi tu dwa no na yamra
ehina uhu Ghana dache if Senyoman sesa.
There is no future for Ghana, for your information. There's nobody who is prepared to change the status quo. We have two parties, and the two parties, MPP and DC, they've made it very impossible for them, impossible for anybody to have a decent third party. Nobody can have, say, or take formation of a party or being a license to operate a political party. NDC did it top class, MPP did it top class, and they are still doing it. And he's saying, if there were to be a possibility of an emergence of a third party established, maybe there will be regrouping. Nipa biba kwa kudi party nechi. Amen. Can you be broad base? Is that what we have here? Answer a capital N-O. No. Meaning, say, from Afarijan's time, how many people or how many parties have been allowed to be given license to operate or to have a political party? It is not possible, virtually. Charlotte say, yeah. Jane Mensa, yeah. They force Afarijan to do the same thing. And before him, these two parties, and now, so also a person political party. The system is telling you, say, 16 regional offices. 16 regional offices. Ma toilet ngoho, ma wing ngoho, ma this and that ngoho. Near friend regional offices. 16 for inspection. Who comes to validate and who comes to inspect? The person coming to inspect in one year this MPP and a friend electoral commissioner or by also table MMP. What cancel no? Okra ne spreadsheet and then a marking scheme. Or by also toilet in no. But let's go to the regional offices in the whole country. Nyanche MPP and this apart from Greater Accra and Kumasi. Omunko home officer toilet facility or Niacho said. I said we need nipa 300,000 or 30,000 every region. No endorsement. Now sabenya nipa 3,000 every constituency. Now unyana safa Ghana card eka hone validate. What did then happen to makunya nipa 3,000 Ghana card yabe register political party?
Hey,
how is it possible? And nobody speak. And we have a parliament of 275 constituencies. And they are telling you, say, 275 constituencies. So when you're a regional head office now, you must have a presence. Literally telling you, say, you need an office in every constituency. What is the Kabene Bayer constituency 275? Meanwhile, MPP, NDC, at that time, no endorsement, no 1,000. No be a telephone number will come in 1992. They wrote names and the registered political parties. They just only wrote names. How come by the two parties, Omumienu actually 32 years? From 1992, actually 32 years. 16 years, 16 there. Now up to now, that kind of stupid political philosophy and ideologies. Say, yeah, ma will be party. It is also challenging the government and the system. They are called independent. We they know that the independent makes you weaker.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't have the structures.
Okay. Internet just doctor, not just near who can you now put just you're Alan ne omwake not just access still
can dare not. Don't go there. He can dare not have a political party. What can who here into him say what team political party? Kakane Japan party. Let them try. Let them try.
Oh.
The third force, Chada, quote me. Ghanaian should quote me. Our comprehensive constitution, full book, constitution, running to 600 or something pages. Tip top, that talks about and any ideas are presented. Write your party's manifesto and constitution. Over 600 pages. Who is going to read that stupid document? Our electoral commission. They will collect it and throw it away. We are the marking scheme. I've know about regions. I've know about districts. I've know about constituency. Government part 3,000 no more you be a yimra. Region Ben Albania the part 3,000 Ghana cards will do it. And they say, wow, to a King George or whoever. Now, no other from our Hampacho, Quendosume party mammy, Jimmy Ghana card, Nameme de Beman, who will give you? They know so be unfamo. Unya mammy no ye and no Yamadia, will be unfan the Ghana card, Moni. So it is impossible. It's independent, not cause struggle. And if you are running independent, it is telling you that you yourself, you cannot take anybody to go and stand constituency, say, who will be aware there, or stand as parliamentarian. Show me how independent parliamentarians are in power. In the parliament. Yes, you don't know.
Doctor, asa umom dia asa una we bie nneoma bie ni so na se deda ye wa bontin na no enkosi bebia.
Nobody can have a party in Ghana except MBC MPP. It is not because of party. It is because the system does not allow a third party. And nobody has fought in the parliament. We have 275. Ghana, over 68% to 70% of Ghana parliamentarians out of the 275. We top the whole of Africa. We are lawyers. They are all lawyers. Who knows the law? And which country pays judgment debt more than Ghana in default payment? Ghana still. Lawyers in the parliament. Country bed no trade in judgment debt. Ejisika check, eco-trade judgment debt. And your lawyers never sign a contract. You can't have a third party. You don't know. Ghanaians are blind. Look, post independent. Obia know how we new our Ghanaian government system. Post independent. Nobody. Omo more political system. No, Oma na oho. Ego fado. Ne papa His Excellency. Na ne papa a president. You no be a president. Nye news. President Mumuni Baumia, Muhammadu Baumia, vice, or by a president of this country, news, Papa, or a head of council of state, or be a minister. President Muhammad, the same thing. President Kofo, his family, top class, the uncles, they were top political people in this country. In Tinenya news, so by a president, he nurtured his destiny. He nurtured. Akufado, he nurtured for 40 good years and would a Ghana seat. Now tell me, which of the Ghanaian president ever in the history outdoor farms? And how can he talk about farms? How can he talk about a farmer, a country or agri, and go to other countries? Koche Swatini, Lesotho. Lesotho, Omo Prime Minister, is the biggest cannabis farmer in the whole of Africa. And is the biggest cannabis oil extractor on the whole of Africa. It's why Yaka farms are some, Obichimaka farms are some, Winimiani. The problem. Some one Ghanaian president. I know a businessman who tria workers. Show me all of them. From the military regime to today. You don't know this country's history. Nobody has come from anybody, anywhere to be a leader. Yenya 13 government, 13 presidents, head of states, 13 post-independent in 1957. Tell me which one of them. Was there a champion who was a businessman or what? Was there a Kufu? Did he have farms? A champion or farms? A free-for-all farms? President Liman. Yes, Hela Liman. No, novice. From Goluno, his father was also a diplomat. Obey a diplomat, obey Ghana ambassador to France, obey a president. It's in the news. Yenya different president. John Rawlings was not a novice. At that time, at that year, half caste. We know me never still like you have caste. Be sorry, we Bruni. Presidency one and no diagro. His mother was a matron at the presidency. Obey a president. Oma no me coup d'etat. Ebe military leader no Akatapore Hali Dijua Jebwedi. What did he do after 2 years? And Okatuomina and Osadi reinstated the political class na no so open. Osaduomina by that gave birth to all these people. Were they novice? No. Those are the people of today.
Hey. Where
the country has produced 5 presidents from one school at Chimota. 5 presidents. Any school be how the team produce president. Kobompata secondary school so about president of Ghana. Nyanko parliament. We're talking about governance. Only 8 or 9 schools. 8 schools. And our Ghana head of parliament committees. 8 schools. Prempe College, Opokuware, Adisco, this, Fancyman, Fancypim. You get it? Wesley girls, and a Holiko, a Briggs, and one in the case of a man, Oma Kenyan committee, or baby of schools, it is a whole cock of rice, so called dear secondary school. You will never be a committee chairman in parliament.
You don't
come in.
Doctor, I'm sorry.
Ube say or your NDC or your Pokuware boy once you MPP or your Pokuware boy they meet and talk as Pokuware boys, they don't talk about Ghanaians. And do to other things party to party. Go and look at what they do in parliament. That is a country. No more than 10 schools. And a managing Ghana parliament from time immemorial till today. Achimota boys in Presek in Dokuja Tomiti or non counterpart or committee. So how many years have they all been in the parliament? But we call them ranking members. Can you go to any country in this world, including even African country, smallest country? Nobody parliament in 8 years in parliament, and you turn out to be a ranking member. So where is our maturity level? Into a parliament, you are. They go there and shut down. Kofi Adams, what is Wakasebium? What is a Kwashiga Kasebium? How many people speaks on the floor of parliament? Sam Siahi, Ekoka says CD is gaining weight. Papa also and Kwamaka Chen said CD is not a human being. At a meal's time, when Timin Kasa parliament, you will shut down because they're marking grammar.
Wow.
It is all Beche Business School College, Bebusko, Archie School, Nisa School now. You are joking. You are not part of the system. So when you take decisions, and it will be free parliament, no better radio stations. Yeah, pass a bill, no, no other. No, no, infant. Because one trade Bediako new school no coin a grammar yet. Uncle Presek, Uncle Achimota, Uncle Pukua, Uncle Prempe, Uncle St. John, Pope John. Why would you couldn't yet? There is a country. Country on what Timatinasi. From Rollins time, before Rollins time, but then deeply from Rollins time, Ebabe leading to President Kofo's time. What a great education system. With secondary school, second cycle institution, were grade E. You were grade A, you were grade B, you were grade C. I quite say grade E. Now, so many years I'm so back. And this will be what pre-second when the school near rated grade A. And will be so what your friends say, Dama secondary school, a grade E. On choir was home in actually English back. How do you expect someone who was a school grade E? No, any grade F. Already school name we are a failure, a failed school. School near failed school. And one no there back. English master or how a people teacher or no one passing English. And then watch out more pass. Until at the end of the day, no, science school and board the home the Beko University, home the Beko Lego, home the Beko Tech. Niacho mom koye medicine mom koye mo amanka no ni ama combination kokoye wuntimi akoye fita. The system has graded say oba obe failing koye seamstress hairdresser na sikafo ni ire nya ni obi moniti. Wuntimi dia pebe me bi boga bi ana podu America me waro. How come ba say ma om chipase o failure o mu nyina waba New Jersey bi wo ho New York wo ho fufu nurses. America used 2 weeks to train them to understand simple medical and home aid services. Because one passing mathematics in T, one passing English in T, and to the Ghana system had made it in a way say, young Fabia Modin Yankwasha master in English, young produce qualified master in English master, young woman more. So Biba pass master English, Uncle says Kunamabujin. Where Yaka and Grimoire, we a failure, where Yasua, or Cherry Midas, who tell Bakumbianu, over Penchment Trebi Makotenefi, Kosia Juma, and Yasako Bokrono. There is a system.
Jesus Christ.
So at the end of the day, those who goes to the court, the judges, the lawyers, no mina pass one kaba. It will be bonia or back court and channel. A charge and big process. But when I'm so called school phone, who could judge be a numa? We are done here, or you're a carpenter, building trade. We are done here, me a plumber, then building trade. We are done here, me a mason. And if you just sentence in a corner from in jail this plumber. The next time I come on, farmers. The farmer has been jailed 40 years for defilement. Country who are Greek and no backbone of economy. Farmer or near cocoa farmer. So for whichever reason, be finding corporation, ye jailing in 30 years. Meanwhile, administrator, our koto cocoa where we are cocoa sicano, or local jailman 2 years no appear, near farmer good conduct. This is the country. Who is to change it? Now, baby actually say good governance. They are crazy people. They didn't know what they were talking about. And nobody seems to challenge them. What is the meaning of governance here? Good governance.
Well, dear Doctor, Mama Professor Al Wahab Farouk. You were Professor Lumumba ewo Kenya, but what you Professor Ghana, you Professor now. Because when I will be Madrid Mama who says, Sana, Honorable Kennedy Japan. A man for honorable to who on him so untimental.
He cannot have a political party for a minute.
Oh,
Alan Chamatin to political party. You'll be a little bit matter. The conditions now, the cultural constitution. Do you know how it goes into the write the constitution? Over your party no be a constitution. You describe what you want to do. Country bend the way we are. Now, United States, we have got a party. Do not have to tell the Americans because state is near the same. Even if we are talking about land, the land topography is not the same. How do I have to write and convince the electoral commission who is even to read? And the person reading, or a Messiah, or a Jesus, or a Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And wakasa adi we have shared the mijitum. No man can say party manifesto nom the coalition. A good year nom to me execute. And two party manifesto no kwam. A team produce a result when you are in government. How much more do you tell somebody to write a constitution before having a political party? Nonsense, crazy. We are so stupid and nobody accuse it.
Wow.
We are so stupid. Our mindset, Ghana mindset, Nankasano, is we call it an educated, illiterate country.
Jesus. Dr. Auntie, what happens to an independent candidate be winning presidential election?
It will never happen in this history. Independent country can be independent party or independent person can be a kingmaker. That one is possible. That one is possible because the mindset is so super glued on the wall. Meaning, say, now you're talking about Ghana youth. When are Ghana youth? We have matured, crazy adults, including you yourself, including maybe my kids. There's no Ghana youth here because, say, me papa, me mama, etiasia. My father would have been over 70. He wouldn't be a 70 so chasey politician be I couldn't support. Your mother wouldn't do that, but by their ages. When you grab a walking stick or the MPBH, who are the MPs, a support? Is the Ghanaian youth 18 years to 36? No, GC, can man phone card, near catching a party communicator, near man phones 5, near man credit 5, no pa, no aqua 150 Ghana cities, near top credit amano, no a tune King's Radio, no a tune Kesben, no a tune P7, no a tune, and a papa program in a radio system and him. No a friend near the NATO so, or no so one a secretary, no the NATO so, and a permit Nimunian for a boy, Juma papa. Pasia, if you are not stupid, you the same person, only 100 Ghana cities, you are there. Who is doing that? Is Ghana youth. Where are the youth? Now let's go to the universities. The 10 and the TESCOM. 10 and the TESCOM, what are you for? Ghana youth. Those who came from Kane, Haruna Idrisu, Okujeto, your friend is Fifi, and Samia Uku, all those, they were part and 10 and TESCOM. How many times Atamis introduced you to Ghana governance? Mama, also introduced me. Kufadu Swabetrebi, Edwoma, President Kufode. Now we are coming from one regime to another entirely, and to no a whole lot of pressure, and to them paying for a year. But the last three, President Mahama, President your friends Mills and Anako the Danko Kufado. Let me introduce you. Tell me what the youth ministers, how have they impacted the youth of Ghana? Those are the questions you should be asking them. Who can the old political class? Of course, Wabakati Tiwano and the Bantunia Sutia. Waboka no da ho and wade bunyako betria. Now young guy na one year jumada, namunia jumamunia jumadan. Within overnight, what my baby mansion 3 East Legon was when you corrupt, who got reader, who can MPP needs NDC for a corrupt, NDC was MPP for. These are the youth boys. They went into governance in their late 30s. Some went into early 40s, 45. You still falling within the youth bracket. How many of them have helped the Ghanaian youth? Someone and say a young boy, child appear. Who are the people sitting on the internet writing nonsense? Oh, my baby on your Nisika. Ghanaian youth adults, where they got their money. If not anything, we've seen say he has workers and he pay taxes. He has shown what he's doing. How many of those politicians, the old class, was a estate manager? And I know a real estate. How many of them were in the farms? How many of them were but yet properties in the mom yokuma? So youth against the youth. Who write nonsense about Ghanaian youth? The Ghanaian youth does that. Until they are not youth, they are matured adults. And that is why I'm saying that the country has no future. Because the youth who are supposed to stand. Look at Basir Rufai. On the boss.
Yes.
Usman Songo. These boys were in jail without any party. Macky Sall did not allow them to have any political party. What Shwomini and Gum was jelly Usman Sonko. So Repu will be a brand boy in 22 years. Oban Kwenu Obani Din Mame, but to Timmy Dinitum, Basir find any deputy or Ginitum. Or we are what the parties 172 to eclipse the Senegalese party system. Or Pronuno down with its own system by 70 or the by 40. The Senegalese youth say we don't care. As long as we have the independent avenue, we will vote for them whilst in jail.
Yes.
They came out from jail to be a president and prime minister.
Yes.
That's the kind of stupidness that
Yes.
My you to be my major constituency, major dance man. So I Ghanaian you to 30 years. We near Juma, Loka, Ubatin Kasasimon Bekancheno. Obinko Jakaneshi. So I Ghanaian you to 35 years. We're youth activists. Bien in the area. So a person called parliament. Young should be better manner. Nyankofa will be or no, Akoba Busia Bejina, no Timetia constituency executive, Nipa 15. District or I say constituency, no, MPP, and I say NDC strongholds. And you say Nipa 15 did in the executive, the next day were a parliamentarian. Who are the people who vote for them? Is that not the same youth?
Oh, Ghana, we are doomed.
Country Ghana, in terms of governance, only the number 5 in Africa or 8 in Africa. And number 1 in West Africa, 40th in the world. Who is writing here what and who is saying what here? So, governance, what does governance stand for? See, I guess a governance, does that mean that yeah, country be yate president? Na country no president, your parliamentary system, your judicial system, your Friday say, the lawmakers who are the parliamentarians. And when we put that through, now yanti sebia judiciary ebia the legislator and presidency, which is the executive neku. And as a country, no, you civil uprising biya
right.
And our country, you war a biya and our country, you massive demonstration, destruction, etc. And none in your friend is a good governance. No, Abrofono, they write what we want to read, and they write what we want to hear, and what satisfies them. Survey, for your information, there is no survey that is free of charge. Survey, there is no survey free of charge. Survey on international or different platforms. It may be a international organization, a NGO,
right.
A be platform. Your platform need be this Imani or Ghana, your IE or Ghana. IE no, and yet ubi na this year. I nipa be na 2 months you will be a group of consultants and you form a certain group and as a certain platform to discuss and alert and then to bring to the limelight. And there may be a course on your daddy, and by so doing, no Abenian international body say sponsors and I say you identify with Momo Juma Moyaniti, Samuhia funding a Momoame. And Yamabu also a consultancy project. And be a ban BB. na ya de ama mo hwehwem na mo me report ebi a na World Bank no the project bi akoma no ebi a IMF ya hwe report bi mo hwe na mo fa mai ni nyina ya adwuma you pay for that services and Ghana onye short of says in Ghana all the presidents obia lobby survey for a report to look good. President Mama why President Mills in the time omu yebi President Kofo back to back omu yebi Rollins omu yebi in the survey need if you see a survey reporter then we obviously say is it a domestic survey report and answer an internationally powered survey report. Now, report on what went into the report. What was the basis? Barometer, a benum de to measurement benum de to tape benum de beton. When again, I know more to say. Now, also governance. Governance is big. Governance is big. Big, and it's a governance packages, and I say it has something to do with management of the country, and for that matter, management of the country's resources. And governance also has element of administration, administering the country, services, etc. And administration. Yes, sir, governance is also you have to monitor government operations. You have to supervise the government to all the sectors. So you have monitoring, supervision, and then you control. It's also under governance. And yes, sir, BB say electoral governance, electoral processes. Now they are reading it, they me reading no. Nipa ne be free say Ghana since 1992. Prior to that, neo-military regime that went on for 11 years from 1982 and Tokwama man could do 1992. So we do 1992 na Ghana transfer power peacefully, and you started a year what is called electoral system. Yebinya multi-party democracy in 1992. Up to 2024, Yaba binya as many as how many governments? 8 governments under the Fourth Republic. And the 8 governments under the Fourth Republic. And the say country no enya entokwabia omoko. Civil servants, the civil uprising biamaha. And tokwa wokrum ha obetingina a chieftaincy, which is local. And tokwa wokrum standing for over 30 years. Omun yoma jinso besolvon. Eye nkunya alabanyo ni nkunya, which is nonsense. In their country of 40 million populated nation. Na onono na dia owaye only alabanyo nkunya is the only country, is the only fight abakase waha. Dia Kenya boko mamprusi ala konkoma any Ashanti region and ni chieftaincy. These are called avoidable security challenges. But when you come to governance, as in we call it a governance as a chemistry of governance there, then we are talking about say country, your presidential tenure, your electoral tenure, your economies, your security, your administration, your management, all those that you put together gives you the governance. But then is that what we are seeing here? And to me, make sure you say, cleanliness. What about the governance of that? Poor. Share your unemployment governance, which is very bad. Share your education governance. It is very poor because the curriculum, the universities, no Ghana university brand and build any student to be independent student to do anything apart from giving them a certificate. So we don't educate anybody in Ghana. We give them school. So we have people who have gone to school. We don't have people who are educated. Because if you're educated, it comes with profession. And if you have profession, you can lead and live life and do things. You don't need to write application and stand to wait until they get to work. What about that one? Into education governance poor. Then you're talking about the economy. If you have economic prudent governance, you will not a country without resources. What is called $3 billion, which is up to the budget, not even up to a budget of Lagos State.
Wow.
3 billion is not up to the budget of Lagos State. In the unemployment. Such a country near to meet unemployment students, Students Unemployment Association. governance now we with unemployment, and no any dear. Now let's talk about city.
Hey,
waste management. Ghana lives in the most dirtiest country city in the whole of the west of Africa as we're speaking now.
Hey,
you got the dirtiest country in Africa. Ghana tops one of them. That governance in Tijuana Savannah. Why am I saying this? One in him Accra. Go to the city Accra, which is your capital. Downtown Accra, from Farisco up to downtown Accra. Cocoa Board, police station, central police station. I call the whole Accra. Every street have been taken over. Every street have been taken over La Paz. Every bridge, Bokaye, Kwame Nkrumah second. The bridge is only full of criminals, thieves, any your friends say drug addicts. I will no drug addict etimakofa empa under the VIP anymore. Are you talking about a good governance? What is the meaning of governance here?
Oh.
Can you just lift your bag? Now about betina say in America, who bet my papa say bridge be I say yeah drug addicts. Yeah, bandits. I need a fee. Is that not part of governance? It is supervision in a way, zero. Monitoring in a way, zero. Control in a way, zero. Now let's go to the ministries. Let's go to the ministry sector by sector. Korea ministry marginally. Ubetimakoto Ghanaian ministry Ubenya just even a decent toilet with toilet roll. Include the Ministry of Finance. Como visit Nako Ministry of Agric, Ministry of Energy, not as a visitor for public business. So Betima toilet so excuse me to say. It is a ministry now, sector now, all power the work of the government, making it a government, and the business of government is governance. One ministers are appalling. How many times do they go to work? When did they go to work? They report to work at 9:10 and they leave by 2:30 with an example, with an excuse, you say, or traffic. Do you call that one governance? Do you call that good governance? Good governance, go to the agric sector. Good governance when the better Homer say in your bumper harvest of tomatoes after 3 months, tomatoes go. Then there is a scarcity of tomatoes after 3 months, and you don't have even a single incubator. So metima hodo, metima kipu, na me reserve, na conserve, na preserve tomatoes, so that people in Akamadan and then the farmers all continue tomatoes sungu. What about orange? What about your friend is a watermelon? What about all those agri producers? Because there's a bumper, there's no buyer. Within 3 weeks, now I want it off. Now I scarce. Is that governance of agric that we are talking about here? Then I will compare Ghana to countries. Then I will compare Ghana to Cote d'Ivoire. Then compare governance. Who the fact say, who talking about governance because you need political exile. Your former presidents in Umu Krumha, Chair the Nyamia Turansa, your criminal ministers, your criminal chief executives, a criminal judicial system, your criminal MPs, over the years up to this time. When a government system, Ghana government judicial team do be to my panel to face punitive measures because with your money seeker openly known. But these people have the gas. They go to Ghana court or court process, charge and bail. 8 years, now government now over. Another one case now. Meanwhile, a young boy of 24 years, yes, who are then will call the file will be and now we are telephone. Judge a man 50 years. Do you talk about that judicial governance?
Wow.
When they did Ghana or the jail, is that governance that they were looking at it? Governance is holistic. Yes. Governance is vague. Governance has a lot of things. You don't choose and pick. So whoever did that kind of shoddy job, that kind of funny survey, they did a survey because they were paid to do that survey. Oh. And I can sit in my room and give analysis, analytically, in-depth analysis of individual sector by sector, and let's see the governance that covers that kind of this. Yanko is State Protocol Department.
Hey!
It is the West.
The
face of every country is your State Protocol Department. Ghana State Protocol Department say your toilet cry or Hey! State Banquet Hall. Now you visitor.
ano kwamo mienka na awodi nipa pina ekwa tete mu pao amani pampempema wale agu odia sampa spiritual and herbal center awo wo mo yade se wo mbem wanya basisi a yade bi tise stroke gonorrhea anabama waye mre e wampamu low sperm count wo mo wano aduro tatahwe ene je sam se seba ne sunsumu nsama wo mo tene te se ye sunsumu aware anasa yare bi ne yade amawo pampabone anabo ana wanya abai amane e court case wo betu charge osisi a enam omadwuma panti ni pampempem ene be fo mo kofie ekoye sunsumu nyuma edemom se mosini ene enzimani akabo mu dia sunsumu niema asie betu obi aje wukunu anasa wo yere awaresem adwuma sam akwantuo mu nsam ni nyina aya suma sam fabadan odia sampa spiritual and herbal center obehu yan
New Koforidua ejoso ne konongo infinfin aye Ashanti region ehon ma number aye didi juma no aye 054 330 4976 anase 020 134 0421 054 330 4976 anase 020 134 0421
Odia Sampa Spiritual and Herbal Center. You be do us some amount.